Hi, my name is Kanishk and I'm the music producer on the song Like Sand We Flow. Sasha and I, we were talking, I think on Instagram or somewhere on WhatsApp or something, and we were thinking of a possible collaboration. She had sent me this, audio draft and Logic file where, I saw the huge vocal stack and all the other things, some were gibberish, but were like so interesting. Like, I feel like Sasha had already, she had like a blueprint exactly harmonies and how different things she's kind of imagining. And I think the best part about this collaboration was that she trusted my instincts and she trusted that this song can kind of, take shape almost just like the sand only. I feel like that's how true collaborations work, when different people come with their energies and also their own ideas, and that's when something new occurs, and you both have to give each other that space to be. Otherwise it's like a work for hire scene. So I remember Sasha told me that Sanjeeta is going to sing some parts and she's also very excited about it. So I was like, this is great. Like, just I never worked on an English song, so I just thought this is like the best thing to do, like just to starting out. So I'm really glad this worked out well. It's very meditative track से देखा जाए तो. So I remember starting out, with a basic bass groove that I wanted to build on it. Things were just a little scattered here and there, so I just tried to make it a definite structure. I made like a beat groove, then I thought that, this song should be very fluid. It shouldn't have like a specific structure per se. It doesn't really have like a chorus, so I remember things just, they were growing organically. So, and I remember just tweaking with her vocals, making them into like weird effect sounds. And she was completely digging it, which, I really enjoyed the fact that, somebody's equally enjoying the music production process. And I remember after we were kind of done with a basic production bit, really wanted to record guitars, so we recorded some really cool guitars by Rick Raj and we did it in the studio. I remember we recorded for like bunch of hours and like experimented so much. So yeah, I think this was like a very fluid experimental process.
I would break my vow. No, I'm not proud. Will you be around? Will you be around from when I'm lost to when I'm found? I don't know how long. Will you be around?
Hi, I am Sanjeeta and I'm a musician and really excited to have worked on this beautiful song.
Find out why, the how will find itself to us, perhaps that's when we're found.
It just came together because we had mutual appreciation for each other's music, and eventually she reached out because she had this song in mind and she just felt like my voice would fit very well in it. And I was so happy because I have incredible amounts of respect for Sasha as a musician, and then once I met her, I found her to be the loveliest person. So I'm just so happy that this collaboration has come together finally into life and now to the world. So excited for everyone to hear it. So the day that we recorded the song was also the first day that I met Sasha, and actually the only time that I've met Sasha. Before that we were just talking on WhatsApp and over email, and we were exchanging notes about the arrangement and how we want, like what parts do I sing, what parts does she sing, kind of like the vocal arrangement. I told her what parts I already was in love with and maybe you could develop on this. We exchanged some notes, like everything online, and finally the day we met at the studio, I was amazed at her incredible musicianship and musicality, because she just had these beautiful ideas, and she would just ask me to emulate them, and I would be in the booth just singing what she wants me to sing. It was kind of a huge learning experience for me because Sasha, I really look up to her. Yeah. Will you still be around while I'm trying to figure this life out? I don't want to be alone in this, you know. So I haven't found my pod, so I'm the pea without a pod, is what I thought the song was about. And it spoke to me because I feel like, especially now in life, we often lose people just because we have no direction. And to have that sense of security in someone else is so essential, so crucial for us to feel complete, you know. So that we become a pea within a pod. So yeah, that's what stuck with me, and just that entire kind of like a chant, you know, it's almost like a chant in the song where it goes like, will you be around? No, I'm not proud.
Cry myself to bed, I tell myself. Basic idea of the song, I was in Goa. Very, very muddy, cloudy, muggy weather, and this was during the monsoons in Goa, it's spellbounding. I was very close to the beach, and I was doing like this 1 month staycation because my flight back home got cancelled. There was a lot that was going on. Father was going into surgery. I got detained. All my flights kept getting cancelled. Terrible relationship problems. And so the riff, and I tracked guitars, like, I don't know, some 2,000 takes of the guitars, along with a lot of vocal stacks, and I played it to Kanishk. And also when I was, I think when I was kind of closer to having finished tracking the entire chunk of guitars and vocals, the only name in my head at that point was Kanishk's. He has this restlessness to his production. It's like this, it's a very grounding conundrum that I feel when I hear Kanishk's production, and I was like, dude, that's exactly what the song needs. It needs that commotion, that internal turmoil, a tornado in you, and you don't want to overdo it either, and that was Kanishk. And oh my god, and he was actually so sweet when I sent him the initial arrangements. He's like, this doesn't really need anything. I was like, it needs you. Prior to having approached Kanishk, which was after I kind of set all the lyrics together, I wanted the song to be entirely voice-based, not vocal, maybe guitar-based, but at that time it was as minimal as possible. And Sanjeeta is who was actually in the picture from that point. She has this sultriness to her voice, and I have a lot of air and just a lot of wisp and rasp and all of the sps out there. So we recorded at Neo Sound in Andheri, Mumbai, and Sanjeeta was such a pleasure to record with. She came into the studio and she's like, you know, oh, I've heard your work with Ramat and my dad and this and that, and I was like, she's so humble, and I love working with people who also give their inputs when you're recording them, and that was Sanjeeta. So she's like, hey, how about we do, but at the same time she also has this thing where she'll be like, tell me exactly what you want and I'll do that. And we played around with a lot of different voicings and everything, and such a joy to work with. That's Sanjeeta.
Till we have our how.
And Rick Raj played the guitars. I do want to mention this. Initially, I think Kanishk had mentioned that, you know, we'll just stick with the guitars you played or something. I think that was, I'm not sure, that could be for another song that I may have played the guitars on, but I had heard Rick Raj in the past, and he's got that touch on the acoustic guitar, and we called him in, and we had, of course, the acoustic guitar, but we also had these whiffs and breezy clean guitars and you know, slide guitars and surreal, and it feels like the song feels like you're floating on water. It's like you're walking on water, and I'm hoping that everybody who hears the song feels that way when they hear it as well.